So I just finished what was certainly one of the best meditations of my life at this waterfall in Iceland. And my mind was so chatty and just spazzing out about all of these things. And I sat there for probably about an hour and a half, and I kept trying to listen to the sound of the waterfall, and my mind just wasn't having it. My mind was exploding with thoughts. And then at a certain point, I just felt like I just gave up. And I stopped trying to get my mind to stop. And something shifted where I just started being able to totally hear the waterfall. It's still going on. It feels so good, dude. But it wasn't that my thoughts stopped. It's that I stopped trying to get my thoughts to stop and just put my attention on the waterfall. And then all of a sudden it just felt like I have this option always to keep my attention on what's happening, what I'm hearing. And then it just got more intense from there. It felt like every moment that I continued to keep my attention on the waterfall, the more intense the waterfall sounded. And then at a certain point, I just noticed that I wasn't having any thoughts. And all that was happening, the only thing that I was aware of, it felt like, was the crashing sound of the waterfall. And it felt like my experience in this body, sitting there on this amazingly comfy grass, it felt like it was merging with the waterfall. And it felt incredible. And sometimes, I don't know when that happened in like the hour and a half, but sometimes thoughts would come back in, but the pull towards them, like what was happening earlier on, was like I couldn't not listen to them. But it was like now I had this option. And the feelings that accompanied choosing the option of listening to the waterfall felt like peace and like bliss. And I felt like I could have stayed there forever. And there was part of me that wanted to. It's a cool cave. Part of me was like, well, this is it, right? This is what it's all about, I guess. And then, I don't know, I sort of recognized that, that too is a thought. And what I'm finding now is, as I'm walking away from the waterfall, those options never go away. You always have the option to keep your attention on what you're actually experiencing. And I'm like listening to the not so loud stream. And now it's getting even quieter, and it's like, hey, great, I'll just listen to the silence. I mean, I've had some wild experiences in meditation, but this one was particularly wild, I think in part because of how extreme the thoughts were. It just made the relief and realization and recognition of these options that much more intense. Some stream sounds for you. I was reading something the other day from the book, An Autobiography of a Yogi. And somebody in the book was talking about how you mustn't fall in love with meditation. You must fall in love with experiencing. Or something like that. It was like, don't worship the technique. You know? And that's what this felt like. I'm so grateful for meditation. But meditation, the effects and experience of meditation is not limited to sitting under a waterfall with your eyes closed. It's always. And it feels good. And on that note, I think I'm gonna go over there. See what that mountain sounds like. All right, peace.